Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chemistry. Happy Wednesday. Thank you to our generous meme givers down below, though I don't think I'd clarify, I don't think I'd classify those as memes. Uh, but we'll roll with it anyway. I thought it was funny. Just random pet picture and all the love that you can fit in your heart. Anyway, so as you can see on the calendar, I had very much anticipated us covering redox reactions today and tomorrow, and it was going to be great. Except for the fact that now I have one day less because I forgot that next week is a break. So, we're not going to be able to finish redox reactions, and that's not the sort of thing that I want to leave half finished. But there are some skills that you need to be good at to do well in redox reactions, and they're skills I don't think we ever fully developed. So that's what we're going to work on today. So our slight change of plan today is going to be equation balancing. Hooray! Nobody likes equation balancing. If you like equation balancing, then this is going to be a really good day for you. If you don't like it, well, it's going to be a good day for you too, because you're going to get better at it. So, I'm going to work through some, and then I'm going to give you to work some, and then we're going to call it a day. All we're doing is balancing today. Because if you can't balance equations, then you can't do redox reaction balancing. So, what are we supposed to do here? We need to make sure that we have the same amount on the left side of this equation as we do on the right side of the equation. So what I usually do, I wish I had a pencil, but I don't own pencils. I never have. I had a teacher in high school. My communications teacher, and if we wrote with a pencil, then he counted 10 points off of every assignment. So you could get 100 on a test, and if he saw a mark of pencil, he'd count off 10 points. He'd get a 90. It scarred me for life, so I only use markers and pens now. I should probably get over it by now, but some things stick with you. So what I do is I make a tally on each side to see where I should start. So I have one iron here, I have two hydrogens, I have one sulfur, and four oxygens. Over here, I have two irons. There's three of these, so this distributes. So this would be 3 times 1 and 3 times 4. So 3 times 1 sulfur gives me 3 sulfurs. 3 times 4 oxygens gives me 12 oxygens. And then I have 2 hydrogens. So that's a pretty big difference here, right? That is a pretty solid difference. That's a pretty solid big difference there. But what I'd look at is, how would I get, this is from 1 to 3, this is from 4 to 12. What times 1 gives me 3? 3. What times 4 gives me 12? 3. So maybe a good number to multiply these S's and O's by would be 3, because 4 times 3 gives me 12. So I'm going to try putting a 3 in here, just see what it does. Okay? So if I put a 3 here, that's 3 H2s, so my new hydrogen number would be 6. 3 S's, so my new sulfur number would be 3. And 3 times 4 oxygens would give me 12 oxygens. Ding, 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 my oxygens are the same. Ding, 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 my sulfurs are the same. Now my hydrogens are off. So I have 6 hydrogens here, and I need 6 hydrogens here. How would I turn a 2 into a 6? 2 times 3. So I'm going to put a 3 here. So now I have 3 sets of 2, so that gives me 6 hydrogens. Now I have 1 iron here and 2 iron here. How do I change this into a 2? I put a 2 in front of it. I am balanced. Alright? That's how I do it. If you have a slightly different method, I'm okay with you doing it, as long as the answers are right. But for these assignments, for this homework, I have to see your work. I expect you to at least draw the table. Number 2, CH4 plus O2 gives you CO2 plus H2O. Classic. So I have a C, an H, and an O over here. And I have a C, an O, and an H here. So over here I have one C, 4 hydrogens, and 2 oxygens. Over here I have 1 carbon, 2 hydrogens, and I have 2 oxygens here and 1 here, so that's 3. Okay, so my carbons are correct, my hydrogen's wrong, and my oxygen's wrong. Okay, so what can I do here? Well, I need more hydrogens over here, right? This has 4 hydrogens and this only has 2. So how do I go from 2 to 4? I'd multiply this by 2. So let's try multiplying this by 2 and see what happens. If I multiply that by 2, now I have 4 hydrogens. I'm going to get my pink again. And that's 2 times 1 oxygen. So now I have 2 oxygens here and 2 oxygens here, which gives me 4 in total. Okay, so my carbon is correct, my hydrogen's correct. I have 2 oxygens here and 4 oxygens here. How do I go from 2 to 4? This is just O2. So if I have 2 here, I can multiply this by 2. 2 times 2 gives me 4. 4, 4, 1. Wham, bam. I'm balanced. I picked possibly the most frustratingly long problem for number 3. Needless to say, we're skipping that because that's just going to confuse you guys. Skipping to number 4. I have a magnesium, an oxygen, a hydrogen, and a chlorine. I'm going to move this up. All right, we got quite a lot of moving pieces here. Over here, magnesium, chlorine, hydrogen, oxygen, same stuff. All right, how many do I have on the left? 1 magnesium. I have 2 oxygens, because that's distributed. I have 2 hydrogens here and 1 hydrogen here, so that's 3 hydrogens. And I have a chlorine. Over here, I have 1 magnesium, 1 oxygen, 2 hydrogen, and 2 chlorine. All righty. Well, what I like doing is saying, okay, what's the simple thing to do? Well, I have 1 chlorine here, and I have 2 chlorines here. So how do I go from 1 chlorine to 2 chlorine? I would multiply this side by 2. So that gives me 2 chlorines, and that updates my number of hydrogens. So now I have 2 hydrogens here and 2 here, so my new hydrogen number is 4. Okie doke. Well, now my hydrogens are out of whack, so I'll fix that. I have 4 hydrogens here, and I only have 2 here. So how would I turn this 2 into a 4? I'd multiply by 2. So my 2 multiplies with the hydrogens. 2 times 2 hydrogens gives me 4 hydrogens. And this updates my number of oxygens, where it's 2 times 1 oxygen would give me 2 oxygens. And would you look at that? I'm already balanced. 2 chlorine, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 1 magnesium. Fantastic. So that is all for me. And now I've got some for you. And there you guys go. There's your homework. I did 3 of them for you. I'm asking you to do 4 for me. If you have any questions, I'll be on Zoom from 3 to 5 today. I can walk you through these if you're struggling. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. See you tomorrow.